Oh, but this is crazy. Here comes the EMP. Zidane and Uchako lose half of their shields and go for the reset. Case when he does have the Kraber, and we pop the ballistic ult. We're looking for that extra speed boost. If we connect here, it's game over, but we lose 125 HP in the process. We're just looking for a way to open this up, but can we just talk about how many kills EXO Clan has already from game number 1? That 8th from week 1 is not where they want to be. I love what I'm seeing. The climb up in action and a nice battle here as they just look to chase down Navi.
Oh, the slam isn't enough. K-Sweaty is able to stick through it, but it's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange as Chaotic ends up going down. Luckily for them, though, that's the Newcastle out of the fight. K-Sweaty stands his ground. He needs the back of Arctic, and there it is. Uchako down. It's a 2v1, and they know that they've got the advantage here until Zidane, full HP, drops down onto Arctic. We'll go ahead and force him back, but he's got a slight advantage here. He's got that knockdown and shield to work with, and it's going to be NAVI taking the first win of the day.
Yo, let me just say that was crazy. And it looks like CAT to join them. 75% British. They're looking for a play here. They get Phoenix back on their feet and try to hit a reset. But just like we saw, already struggling over there. Seems to be happening, but this is why I love Wraith, Glitter. You use the portal not just for rotations, but for looking for angles that you can capitalize on other fights and then kind of retreat back up towards the team.
You know, meanwhile, while all of this has been happening, Go Next is just kind of waiting in the wings, seeing if they can get an opportunity to do anything, but they are directly under F9 near Navi, and they've just been trying to stay unnoticed, while Navi has been looking to get a little bit aggro.
Ooh, that's a good point. I mean, Go Next is gonna have to poke their head out at some point, but it's kind of tough when you've got F9 sitting on top of you. Navi there, jumping on down. Uchako takes a bit of pressure there from CJ and Phoenix. Okay, good. We're maintaining our health here, and we can focus on the plenty of bats that we have to make use of. A decent game for them, but who is going to fight first? You've got F9 on top of Go Next. Navi and 75% British are basically just staring each other down. You see Dark Veils come through, and Navi is still looking for this action straight onto him. A slam meets a slam, and Feud has got the Havoc in the back pocket, just trying to let it rip, but we've got to find angles through the shields.
And while this is happening, you know the teams up top are just going to be trying to third if they can. Lots of low health there on Navi, and 75% British tries to move in to clean this up. In the end, Navi does go down. British is alive, but F9 are the kings of the castle here, Tiv, on high ground, waiting for everyone to battle.
Now I'm just waiting to see when they're going to grace everyone with their presence. Go Next has been lying in wait down below for the time being. Here comes. We've got the crypto ult cracked with the P2020s. Hits a swing, and it's Fuda from behind, but now F9 throwing down the missile swarms is just biding their time before they drop on down. They look for the resets. They look to capitalize on it, but is it going to be enough? The hip fire, it did change up on the Volt coming into this, and hey, it's paying off because you're match 2 winners from the high ground with ease. All right, so here's the thing, Jamerson. All I can hear is let's just keep hugging where we're at, which is brilliant because you do have VC Go still on that high ground, which gave so much time to Navi to hit a regain. Sure, they're just a duo on the opposing side, but depending on how this goes, they're going to have to wrap one way or another, and Zero Tenacity is going to get sandwiched.
Yeah, the thing for Zero Tenacity is that they're not playing off of perfect information, right? They don't know. They don't have confirmation that it's a 2-man on one angle for them, and then VC Go. All they know is that they are in between 2 teams right now, and they have to play very conservatively, which is what they're doing, which is why they're hugging that wall. VC Go, though, have a lot of space to work with, but on that drop down, you see the attempt to punish from Zero Tenacity, but now VC Go, with that angle from the height, Levi's not going to chase after this one. He's got the Havoc Nemesis ready on the back foot. As Tier looking for the angle, VC Go should know that Navi are that duo. The Dark Veil going down early on. Z10 utilizing theirs as well. It's all VC Go holding on to their cooldowns as this fight continues to break out.
Yeah, this is so interesting to see it kind of intersect, but Uchako does have a Kraber in hand. We saw that in match number 1 where it was actually K-Swinny in that endgame trying to make something useful here, but we're already on double-digit kills. Keeping an eye on VC Go, just waiting to see Uchako. Are we going to get hungry for this? Are we diving on in with Zero Tenacity? That's dead. The hip fire comes pulls on through and lets the P2020 Akimbos rip. Sure, some ultimates coming through, but when you've got that Into the Void available, do we get a shield swap? No, it's just Zidon in the final moments yet again in a 1v2 situation.
Now we got one person knocked for Z10. I believe they recovered one here for VC Go, though. Oh my goodness. Will NAVI be able to get this res on to Uchako? You can see VC Go committing, and they're going to get knocked out now. NAVI, Zidane charging forward, well, slowly as they crawl forward with that knockdown shield here. It's going to be P20s versus P20s here as he gets the Kraken now. Has to reload. He utilizes that tactical to create a little bit more chaos here. And somehow NAVI survive as a two-man to finish things off, and they will maintain their lead after 3 with a huge victory, bookending Broken Moon with victories. Best performance so far. I mean, they said, hey, we want to prioritize Broken Moon. We'll take whatever is left here on Storm Point, and we'll be able to perform on it. So I'm glad that they have that confidence coming in. But now, as they try to find a safe spot to play underneath, Empy's going to go down to the ring. Aurora dropping down onto NIP. And just like that, they're knocked out. We're down to our final 5 squads. We've got 1 rat remaining left here in the lobby, but we have a res coming in.
What?
They did it. 10K did it.
That's an insane res. The rat on NAVI does go out. Reply Totem finally looking to get involved in 10K, even though they get the full 3-man res back up. They are instantly eliminated. Aurora down there just raining damage down on anyone who steps in front of them. And while they do it, Danish says, no, we'll take you out. It's now down to Reply Totem and Danish. Reply Totem been playing the outside this entire time. They still have all 3 while they have been damaging Danish. They've got the safety position, and Reply Totem close out match number 4.
What a great way for Reply Totem to take this win. The first 3 maps there on Broken Moon.
Oh, okay. 3 teams left. And I mean, NAVI looking like a final raid boss over here with 92 points on the day thus far. You got NAVI, you've got some remnants of Atlas over there, and we know what this is going to come down to. Post-kill here pulls out the Sheila. Oh, Kashera.
With that Havoc is going to charge forward now, wants to finish them off, but now it's NAVI dropping on them.
Oh, and Zidon with the EVA 8 to put the finishing blow. We are at 3 wins on the day for NAVI.
Yeah, Danish now looking for just a little bit more. Just 1 shot could secure them that, but now Aurora are trying to turn things around onto Danish, take that high ground away from them, but they're both peeking from the same position, which makes it incredibly difficult. You can see that Danish were able to dissuade that push, and so now it's Danish on top. And look at the power advantage they have in this lobby as well. They've got that red helm on, the red helm onto the altar. They've got the gold helm for the Wraith. They might want to swap those things around. But because of that skirmisher perk that Wraith already plays off of, but you know, this is just splitting hairs at this point. For Danish, they just want a strong finish to the day.
They really do. And as that circle keeps on coming in, you can just see behind the empty cover. I don't hate it. Get as many placement points as you can on the day. For Aurora, who started out incredibly slow on Broken Moon and have been fighting tooth and nail to get into the top 5, have done just that. Now, mind you, a top 3 is 46 points, so only 8 points ahead of them. 9 Impulse, Kazak, and Oidrain. They can do it. They can keep on moving forward. They just need a couple more. So 9 Impulse drops the Wraith portal, looking to climb towards the high ground. We're gonna avoid out on the Fuse ulti that came their way. But if we play directly underneath Danish and avoid lines of sight,
either team can take 3rd place here with the victory, but it's Aurora stuck on the low ground. You can see Fricks try to force 1 out of cover with that Q. Aurora now in shambles as Danish drop down.
they found so many angles. The fact that we've connected and put pressure, and 9 Impulse, the first to go down, putting it into a 3v2. Danish should be able to clear them out as they swing and capitalize on it, giving them a Game 6 win here to end the day. The question is, was it enough to put them into top 3 overall on the day?
Yeah, Remember, GN basically secured it with the 51 points overall, and of course NAVI with 101 points.
Oh, Virtus Pro right into the line of sight of Stallions here, playing from the underneath. Some good moves from them.
Wow.
And I was curious on Complexity side of things, how they were going to hit or rotate out of this, but they just start piling on in, and Crook enemy looking for a reset onto Al, but you've got people just above you and not a lot of space to work with, even with the Ashe ult available to you. It's just only so much you can do, and you're just trying to avoid everyone.
Now we got 3 teams basically stacked on top of each other right now on that southern side. Oblivion made their move out and were able to push up to the north, while Complexity made that aggressive move onto Virtus Pro. So now Complexity have to deal with this Kimchi lining up a wall. Now they want to try and take this fight as quickly as possible and then deal with that pile up on the south side. But you can see how they're getting slowed down. Kimchi taking a lot of damage as he throws down that veil. That's going to throw off their timing as Monsoon wants to charge forward. He does have the wall to get on top of him, and he's aiming for it.
This isolated fight's gonna happen, especially with Oblivion having that. The counter slam coming in from the Newcastle wall. They're making the play, but unfortunately, Monsoon, Kimchi both down. Can Funk throw down and recover? No, it looks like he's just gonna play for placement, try to get out of this with a nice dash. Pop on into the supply bin. If they don't see you, it's not happening, but there comes the tether. Bursty and Co. from the roof with Ape Gang. They see the fence line, and they're full sending Oblivion.
The calls that these teams are making so quickly to take advantage of an open position now. Stallions spot that one out, but Oblivion are ready to try and deal with this one. Ape Game dropping down. Complexity still alive as a solo right now, but it's Oblivion that gets knocked out. Stallions are gone. Now we're down to our final 3v3.
Well, LG, patience is a virtue. It's paying off. I was worried about you spending so much time inside the building, but you finally leave and you look to clean this up through the Dark Veil, finding your slot on your last person and getting into zone early pays off for you as you take match number 1.
VP have a really solid opportunity. That charge rifle could do some damage.
Are you telling me that Slayer and Lou both have charge rifles? The fact that we even have Zach Mazer that made a comeback. They got him back into the lobby maybe a few minutes ago and have just been able to hold down that building for a long time. Corinthians make an early rotate to get around Nice Guys, and 9 Lives. And hey, it's paying off. The EMP coming on in. 9 Lives Esports dead at the hands of Nice Guys. Now you have to contend with Corinthians on the opposing side. And Arcane just jumps into the battle too soon for comfort. But we're just letting the Rampage, thanks to the ballistic ult, just try to clean them up, and they do it. Can we hit a reset for the end game? No, because Lou says, I've got a PK, and goodbye, Nice Guys.
Honestly, I don't hate that play on behalf of Nice Guys, though. They needed to clear some sort of space out. They get some KP for it. And if VP weren't looking their way, there was maybe a 10% chance they could have reset right under that wall. But VP's too aware of what they've got going on. And now it's all down to Liquid Alien, where the slam comes out. Lou's health is low, but it doesn't matter. Zach's on high, putting in work with the P20s. Slayer also low, but both of them still surviving. Zach finally drops down. Niazel is knocked. You just have to worry about Curve here behind this shield. It's just a little bit of hunting on behalf of Zach Mazer, and after a little bit of ring around the rosy, VP close out match 2.
And now it's going to be Virtus Pro versus 9 Lives Esports. Can VP go back to back?
This is why I love Alter, right? When you had the perk changes come on through, you get all the benefits of the support legends, and you can just loot. As soon as he uses all the bullets left in that Kraber, immediately grabs another weapon. And for 9 Lives looking down the barrels at VP, we're creating this ultimate standoff. So keep an eye on Lou, who does have the red helm, just trying to maybe put that pressure on if they're focusing Slayer and Zach Mazer, whereas 9 Lives is kind of grouped up behind that fencing with some amped covers. But we're not paying any attention to Lou. He bides his time, connects for 104, doesn't get the knock, but I think it's enough of an opening for the rest of the team to full send.
Yeah, Zach Mazer's gonna go ahead and make it way on in. That's the first knock onto McLovin, but they need to chase for a little bit more. There's almost no HP here on Vayne. And that's gonna be it's Virtus Pro. Make it look easy. Back-to-back wins for VP will make them the clear leaders in the lobby.
This has been a very close series across the board, so any one of these squads having a strong match will keep them right at the top. LG and 4th right now as they're trying to make a move in and see if they can maybe take out one of these squads. Flat eliminated down to top 2. It's all down to Ape Gang and LG.
Ape Gang set up on the edge. You can see now a little bit of disconnect between LG, but as they set up that amp cover, trying to charge forward, it's amp covered versus amp cover getting cleared out from either side. And so a lot of the utility is gone. Sheila is ready here for Wi-Fi though, and we'll see if he wants to pull that one out. He's got the G7 and the Volt, so Sheila might be the best option.
If they really wait this out long enough, Ape Gang is closer to the ring, but it might be the moment that LG decides to try and make a move up. Can they look for an off angle or get a little bit of a damage pick in some way? Wi-Fi trying to wrap, and that might be the opening.
Oh boy, he's almost cracked there, forced back, but LG aren't overextending for this one. You can see how patiently they're waiting this one out. We do have a few nades here for Kuzma. He can try and maybe find an opening with an airburst nade. It's a full 3-man push out from LG.
Ooh, the P2020 is putting in work as they make that final move onto Ape Gang. It comes down to the last moments, and LG close out map number 4.
Alb on array, 3 bullets, and he's been connecting a lot of these. We saw what pressure he was putting, threading the needle through the windows over into Echo HQ, and we're connecting even more. 9 lies down, Virtus Pro, the final 2. Stallions take on Oblivion.
Yeah, now Alb charging forward with that port to get themselves onto the high ground, changing up the angles here, but already the knock comes in, and that's going to be Stallions controlling that eastern side of the map for the victory. A well-deserved win for them here in match number 5.
Board trying to keep that pressure on. Flat, that lone solo over there could also wreak havoc on it, and with Panic being the last one standing for Leave No Witness, the entirety of North Pad and this area by Down Beast has just been oh, hold on.
Huzier almost has 3rd place for his squad. Leave No Witnesses are out. Flat Earth now having to deal with Board, and it's going to be Falcons charging forward. 3v3 Falcons. Can they get the final win on the day?
I mean, if you're going to drop 150 damage like that, you just got to hunt him down. MJ down and out, and Zero at the behest of a Ballistic Gold finally get their wins. Falcons in game number 6.
What a way to do it, because that's going to put them on top of the day. Team Falcons.